Sweetheart, let's take a gentle breath together. Just pause for a moment. Let the shoulders drop. Let the breath come in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is our starting place, right here, right now. You are safe in this moment, and I am so grateful you're here. Life can often feel heavy. Our minds carry so many stories, worries, and whispers that make our hearts tighten and our bodies feel small. Sometimes we feel afraid, and we don't even know why. It may just feel like a quiet background hum or a loud inner voice questioning everything. It's okay to feel this way. You are not broken, and there is nothing wrong with you. That voice of fear is not your enemy. It's just a part of the mind that has forgotten how to feel safe. And today, we are going to begin teaching it a new way, a softer way, a hopeful way. The truth is, every single thought we think is shaping something inside of us. Our thoughts are like little drops of water, gently falling into the soil of our mind. Each drop helps something grow. If our thoughts are fearful, worried, or full of doubt, we may grow patterns that feel hard or heavy. But if our thoughts are kind, patient, and filled with hope, we plant seeds that blossom into strength and peace. You see, the mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is repeated. It believes what we keep telling it. If we repeat fearful stories, the mind says, this must be the truth. But if we repeat hopeful truths, the mind will learn to trust them too. It's like caring for a garden. If we tend to it lovingly, water it daily with kind words, and clear out the weeds of old fear, that garden blooms in the most beautiful way. And so does our life. There is a softness in hope that the mind longs for, even if it doesn't know how to ask. That old habit of thinking in fear didn't start yesterday. It was likely learned a long time ago. Maybe when love felt unsafe. Maybe when the world didn't respond to your light with kindness. Maybe when life felt too fast, too uncertain. The mind built little walls to try to protect you, and sometimes fear became the guard at the gate. But my dear, you are not in that old place anymore. You are here now. And every moment you have the power to choose again. The thoughts you think are not permanent. They are like clouds just passing across the sky. You are the sky, and the sky can always clear. As we sit with this, I want you to know that you are deeply supported in beginning this shift. You don't need to do it all at once. You don't need to fix the fear or force anything. You only need to notice. That's the first step. When a fearful thought arises, one that says, I can't, or what if this goes wrong? You can place a gentle hand over your heart and whisper, it's okay. I hear you, and I choose hope. That's all. No arguing with the thought, no pushing it away. Just a soft redirection, just a quiet invitation for a new path to appear. Let us understand that the way we speak inside our minds creates the atmosphere we live in. When we constantly speak to ourselves with harshness, when we scold or predict the worst, we shrink. We hold our breath. But when we speak gently, when we say things like, I'm doing my best, or this will pass, or I trust that good things are on the way, our inner world begins to relax. And when the inner world softens, the outer world starts to respond differently too. Life begins to reflect the peace we create inside. Now let's talk about the garden again. Just think of your mind as this tender patch of earth. Maybe it has grown some wild weeds over time, thoughts of fear, scarcity, not enoughness. That's okay. Every garden has them. You don't need to rip them out or feel ashamed. You simply bring in more light. You speak more loving words. You plant new seeds, one small, hopeful thought at a time. Perhaps you begin the day with, I am open to peace today. Or in the evening, I am proud of myself for getting through the day. These thoughts may feel small, but they are powerful. They are nourishment. They are water for the roots of your soul. You are not too late to start this, and you are not too far gone. You haven't missed the moment. Hope is always waiting at the doorway, asking to be let in. And every time you choose a gentle, loving thought, you open that door just a little more. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. That's it. Willing to think a new thought. Willing to speak to yourself like someone who matters, because you do. Now, let's look at how fear likes to speak. It has a certain tone, doesn't it? A tightening, urgent, controlling energy. It says things like, what if I fail? I'm not good enough. Something bad will happen. These thoughts feel cold and closed. They often repeat themselves until we believe them. And the more we believe them, the more they show up, like uninvited guests at the door of our peace. But we are learning something new now. We are learning to pause, take a breath, and say, I choose another voice, not by force, but by love. Hope sounds different. It whispers rather than shouts. It says things like, I'm learning. This is temporary. Good things are possible. Hope doesn't promise a perfect life. It promises that we're not alone. It holds our hand and reminds us that we are strong, that we can begin again, that we are always growing. When we let our thoughts lean into hope, we begin to feel held, not by anyone else, but by our own inner light. I want you to know that this change doesn't mean pretending everything is okay. Hope is not about denying pain. It's about speaking to that pain with kindness. It's about saying, even though this hurts, I believe something beautiful can come from it. That's real strength. That's real courage. And you have that within you right now. It's already there. We're just dusting it off together. Let's practice one gentle affirmation together now, just to feel how it lands in the body. I am learning to think with hope. I speak kindly to myself. I trust the process of life. Say it softly. Say it slowly. Say it like a friend. Notice how your chest softens, how your breath becomes easier. That's the power of gentle thought. It changes us from the inside out. Your mind is listening. It is ready to be guided, and the language you choose will lead the way. You are the teacher now. You get to decide what kind of voice lives in your inner home. And what a beautiful choice you are making today, choosing hope, choosing softness, choosing love over fear. This is the beginning of a new relationship with your mind, a kinder one, a more peaceful one where you feel safe to grow, safe to make mistakes, and safe to believe in joy again. And I am here, holding space for that beautiful unfolding. Let's keep going. You're doing wonderfully. Let's keep walking gently, together. You are doing beautifully. You've already begun something powerful, something that cannot be undone. Just by becoming aware of how fear speaks inside the mind, you've opened a door. And now we begin to fill that space with the voice of something sweeter, the voice of hope, calm, and inner trust. Hope has its own rhythm. It doesn't rush in with noise. It comes like a soft breeze, brushing away the dust of old stories. The voice of hope is gentle. It says things like, this moment is enough. I don't need all the answers right now. I am open to goodness flowing to me. When you speak like this inside your mind, even if only a little, the body relaxes, the breath deepens, life feels lighter, even for a moment. These are the words that begin to build a new foundation within. This inner voice of hope is not about pretending life is always smooth. It's not about ignoring the bumps and bruises of our days. It's about choosing the words that help us walk through those bumps with more grace. It's about learning to comfort ourselves when fear arises, instead of letting it lead us. So when the mind starts spinning with what-if thoughts, we can say something like, right now, I choose to be here. I choose peace over panic. And we return, once again, to the steady place within. There's a quiet strength in hopeful words, a strength that doesn't scream or force. It whispers, you are safe. You are enough. You are growing. And when we use these words often, they become the new normal inside the mind. This isn't about making the world perfect. It's about making our inner world more peaceful. And that peace becomes the ground we stand on, no matter what's happening outside of us. Let's rest now in some simple affirmations that you can gently carry with you. Let each one settle in your body, like sunlight soaking into your skin. I choose thoughts that comfort me. I let go of fear and invite calm. My inner voice is becoming softer and more loving every day. You can speak these aloud or in your mind. You can write them down or whisper them in the mirror. The how doesn't matter as much as the feeling. What matters is your willingness to speak with kindness to yourself. That's what changes everything. The body listens when the mind speaks. It listens closely. When fear runs the conversation, the body responds with tightness, tension, and fatigue. The heart beats faster, the breath shortens, the stomach tightens. But when we speak to ourselves with kindness and hope, the body lets go. Muscles soften, the nervous system calms. Sleep comes easier. Healing begins. Fear creates contraction. Hope invites expansion. It's not something we always notice immediately, but with time the difference becomes clear. When you begin your day with words like, I am supported, or today, I welcome peace, you carry a different energy into everything you do. You may walk slower. You may smile more. Your body begins to trust that it is safe to rest, safe to feel, safe to heal. There is such wisdom in the body. It reflects the quality of our inner thoughts. That's why this practice matters, not just for the mind, but for the whole self. When the mind feels heard and loved, the body follows. When we repeat gentle thoughts, we are not just helping the mind. We are helping our digestion, our sleep, our heart, and even our immune system. This is the mind-body connection. It is real, it is powerful, and it is always listening. This is why I encourage you to speak softly to yourself, especially during the hard moments. If you're feeling tired, you might say, it's okay to rest now. If you feel overwhelmed, you can say, I don't have to do it all at once. These may seem like small statements, but they are medicine. They help the body release the grip of fear and welcome a deeper kind of ease. Even if you've never spoken to yourself like this before, it's never too late to begin. You may feel a little awkward at first. That's okay. That's just the old fear voice stepping aside. With each loving thought, you're creating a new path. And the body, bless this beautiful body, it responds so quickly to love. Even if the mind is doubtful, the body knows truth. The body knows peace. Let us bring in a gentle practice now. Something simple you can do each day. You can stand before a mirror, look into your own eyes, and say softly, I am willing to think more kindly of myself, not forcing, just willing. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, the willingness opens the door. Or you might take a few quiet moments in the morning, hand over heart, and speak an intention like, today I will speak to myself as someone I care about. That's the shift. That's the healing. Another lovely practice is to pause during the day and gently ask, is this thought helping me feel safe? Is this thought helping me feel strong? If the answer is no, just breathe. Then offer a new one, a better one. A thought like, I am learning to trust myself, or there is no rush. I am growing at the right pace. These small shifts are like pebbles dropped in a still pond. Their ripples reach far. You may also try writing, just a few minutes each day. Sit quietly and write down the loving thoughts you wish to think more often. Not perfect ones, just honest and kind ones. You might write, I am enough. I deserve to feel peace. My past does not define my future. These become your new mantras, your new songs. As these gentle words become part of your daily rhythm, something remarkable happens. The old fear-based voice begins to lose its power. It may still appear, but it doesn't get to run the show anymore. Your loving inner voice becomes stronger, clearer, steadier, and your body will thank you for this shift. You'll begin to notice more energy, better sleep, calmer responses, not because the world has changed, but because you have. And that is the real miracle of this practice. It's not about changing everything on the outside. It's about softening the voice on the inside, teaching the mind that it doesn't have to brace for harm, that it can speak in hope, that it can rest in trust. You are doing that now. Every breath you take, every time you speak a loving thought, every time you choose kindness over fear, you are healing, even if it's quiet, even if it's slow, even if no one else sees it yet. You are becoming your own source of safety, your own well of calm. This is a sacred unfolding, a return to your natural state of peace. Let's keep moving forward, one hopeful word at a time. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. And soon, your inner voice will be the one that says, I trust myself. I am safe. I am enough. And oh, how beautiful that voice will sound. You've come such a long way, and I am so proud of you. Look how far you've come already, simply by choosing a different way to think, by choosing to treat your inner world with gentleness. And now we continue. We move into the most beautiful part of this journey, turning these loving thoughts into a daily rhythm, not something to force or struggle with, but something we return to softly again and again. We are always planting seeds in our minds. Every single thought is a seed. Some seeds grow weeds, worry, fear, guilt. Other seeds grow blossoms, peace, trust, joy. The question is not whether we are planting seeds, but which seeds we are choosing to plant. And it's never too late to start planting new ones. Your mind is always ready to receive something kinder. Fearful thoughts may still show up sometimes. That's okay. We don't need to fight them. We simply thank them for their old service and choose a better path. You might say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I choose peace now. This isn't denial, it's direction. We are guiding the mind toward healing. Old fear-based thoughts often come from very old patterns, maybe from childhood or from times when safety wasn't available. Those thoughts are not your fault. You didn't create them on purpose, but you have the power to soften them now. You are the gardener, and you get to decide what your mind grows from here on. Each time you repeat a hopeful thought, it becomes a little stronger. Each time you choose to speak kindly to yourself, your inner world begins to change. Your garden begins to bloom, and soon the voice of hope becomes the one you hear most often. Not because fear disappeared, but because love grew louder. The secret is in the repetition. The more you water the thoughts of peace, the deeper their roots grow. It's just like strengthening a muscle. At first, it may feel unfamiliar, but over time, it becomes part of who you are. When fear arises, it becomes easier to say, I don't have to believe that thought. When doubt whispers, you respond, I am learning to trust myself. These gentle redirections build a new way of being. There's no need to rush, no need to be perfect. You are already enough, exactly as you are. Speak to yourself with the kindness you've always deserved. You don't need anyone else to give you permission. Your voice is strong. Your words have power, and your mind is ready to follow that loving lead. Let's bring this into the heart now, where change becomes real. True transformation begins with compassion. When we speak with kindness to our own hearts, we create a space where hope can grow. This isn't about fixing ourselves. It's about remembering who we've always been, whole, worthy, and deeply lovable. Compassion is what steadies the mind. It's the anchor when the waters of life feel rough. It says, I may be hurting, but I am still growing. It says, I may have fallen, but I can rise again. This kind of self-talk is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is strength. It is the truth. You don't need to fight your way to healing. You only need to love your way there. When you treat yourself with care, the fear begins to lose its grip. The mind softens. The body relaxes. Life feels less like something to survive and more like something to experience gently, moment by moment. A beautiful way to anchor hope is through daily rituals of love. Maybe it's starting the morning with a quiet affirmation. Today, I will treat myself with kindness. Or ending the day with a whisper, I did the best I could today, and that is enough. Maybe it's lighting a candle and simply breathing deeply, giving yourself a few minutes to just be. These little acts are not small, they are sacred. They say to the self, I matter. I am worthy of softness. And each time you do them, you teach your mind to trust in that truth just a little more. Even when old thoughts creep in, even when fear tries to take the lead, you now have a new voice. A voice that says, I hear you, but I choose peace. That voice is your guide now. That voice is your healing. You may find that life still brings challenges, and that's okay. You are no longer facing them with a mind filled with judgment and fear. You are now walking through them with a heart full of grace. You are not alone. You are never alone. Your thoughts are learning to hold you rather than harm you. And that is a beautiful, powerful shift. So, sweet soul, keep planting seeds of hope. Keep watering them with kind words. Let the garden of your mind grow in peace and beauty, in light. You are doing something extraordinary. You are teaching your mind to believe in goodness again. Let us rest now in a few final affirmations, gentle thoughts you can return to whenever you need comfort. I am safe to think new thoughts. My mind is becoming a peaceful place. I trust the process of life to guide me gently. Hope is my new habit. Each loving thought I think creates a new path forward. You don't need to speak all of these at once. You can pick one that speaks to your heart today and carry it with you. Repeat it often. Let it be your anchor. Let it be your breath. Let it be your truth. You have everything you need inside you. You are wise. You are strong. You are healing in such a soft and steady way. You are loved by life itself. So let your thoughts be your companions, not your critics. Let your inner words be a lullaby, not a lecture. You deserve a mind that feels like home, and you are building it, one hopeful sentence at a time. This is your path now, a path of kindness, of courage, of trust, a path of hope. And oh, what a beautiful path it is.